Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm sorry I haven't posted in a little bit. As you can tell, maybe in my voice, I've been a little under the weather. I have pertussis, which if you don't know is the whooping cough. It kind of sucks, but I want to push this video out because I'm really excited on the traction my channel has got. The Jaden Daniels RG3 video has accumulated over 1.3k views, and I cannot thank you guys enough. Thank you to all the new subscribers. I love talking to you guys in the comments. Be sure to comment down below, argue with me, be mean, be nice, I don't care. I love the engagement no matter what. I will respond to every comment on this video, I promise. Comment down a player below you'd like to see a film breakdown of. Next up is Marvin Harrison Jr. because he won a poll that I put out a few days ago. If you responded to that poll, thank you so much. I love to see the support. And let's get into Ashton Jeanty. Let's not waste a whole lot of time. One last thing, if you like film breakdowns of college, NFL, I usually stick to NFL. Please subscribe and like the video. We're closing in on 60 subscribers and getting ever so close to 100, so thank you so much for the support, everyone. Ashton Jeanty is a super fun player. The one thing that points out, and what you notice right away, is his contact balance. It does look a little Alvin Kamara-esque. He's a sturdy back. He's built very short. He stands at 5'9" and weighs 215 pounds. He's a junior, obviously, so he's a younger player. PFF grades him out as a 96.2. And looking at his stats in 2024, it's extremely impressive. On only 95 carries, he has had over 1,000 yards already at 1,031 yards. 10.9 yards per carry, 16 touchdowns. He isn't used a whole lot in the receiving game, which is a shame. I wish the Boise State Broncos could get him in the receiving game just to see what he could do, because it is very common running backs nowadays to get in the receiving game, and that is kind of a necessity to live in the NFL. But his pure running ability is not matched by any running back in this class or any running back we've seen in recent memory. I don't care if you bring up Bijan Robinson. I don't care if you bring up Jonathan Taylor. This guy's running ability is second to none right now. The one player I can compare him to, ironically, is Saquon Barkley. And if he was coming out the same year as Saquon Barkley, he would contend to go higher than Saquon Barkley. And I do actually believe that with my whole heart. When looking at Ashton Jeanty's game log this year, it is extremely impressive. He opened up week 1 against Georgia Southern, where on 20 carries he rushed for 267 yards, 13.4 yards per carry, and 6 touchdowns. Overall, this was a dominant performance by Ashton Jeanty. It set him as an early Heisman contender. 6 touchdowns on 20 carries is absurd. Overall, the 13.4 yards per carry, he averaged over a first down a carry, and up to this point, he is still averaging a first down a carry, and he just had a ton of dominant performances. Week 2, he would go on to face Oregon, where on 25 carries, he rushed for 192 yards, 7.7 yards per carry, and 3 touchdowns. And then week 3, he would go on to play one half against Portland State, where in that one half, he had 11 carries for 127 yards, 11.5 yards per carry, and he did not score a touchdown this game. But like I said, he only played one half, and it was an extremely impressive performance by Ashton Jeanty. Ashton Jeanty then would travel to Washington State, where he had 26 carries for 259 yards, 10 yards per carry, and 4 touchdowns. Again, proving that it's not just lower tier programs that he can dominate against. This is the second higher tier program that he's dominated against. Not only did he put up 197 yards and 3 touchdowns against Oregon, he puts up 259 and 4 touchdowns on 10 yards a carry against Washington State. Then he would travel to Utah State, where he'd have 13 carries for 186 yards, 14.3 yards per carry, and 3 touchdowns. And the caveat is he did this only in one half, just like Portland State game. It was an overall dominant first half for Jeanty, and after this game, he is the Heisman frontrunner, who he stole from Travis Hunter after this one half versus Utah State. So overall, Ashton Jeanty has only played a total of 8 halves this year, sitting out the second half of Portland State and Utah State, making him only really play 4 games this year. So in 4 games, he has rushed for over 1,000 yards, which we have never seen from the running back position before. Up to this point, there has been no conversation on what the best running back season of all time has been in college. It has been Barry Sanders, University of Oklahoma State, 1988. He had 344 carries, averaging 7.6 yards per carry, He rushed for 2,628 yards and 37 touchdowns, averaging 238.9 yards per game, and he did this on 11 games. And overall, like I said, up to this point, there's been no conversation. This has been the greatest running back season of all time. But I believe Jeanty's season in 2024 rivals and beats this season from Barry Sanders. If we expand Jeanty's 8 halves or 4 games over an entire 11 game series, we can see that he comes out to have 263 carries for 2,852 yards, beating Barry Sanders' rushing total, 44 touchdowns, which is also beating Barry Sanders' 37 touchdowns, and keeping his 10.9 yards per carry. He would average 259.2 yards per game, which again beats Barry Sanders by almost 21 yards. Playing against Hawaii next week, he has a really strong matchup to continue to be dominant against a weaker Hawaii team, which is one of the worst teams in the nation, unfortunately. One of the main things that people do to discredit Ashton Jeanty and his success is his team opponents and his opponents not being very good. But if we look at Barry Sanders' Heisman winning season in 1988, the opposing team he played in those 11 games ended with a combined record of 64 to 73 wins, with a .46% win record. And it was carried mostly by an 11-2 Wyoming team, an 11-2 Nebraska team, and a 9-3 Oklahoma team. If you remove those, that removes 31 wins from those 64 from just 3 of the 11 teams. So Barry Sanders in his Heisman winning season also didn't play the toughest teams with Oklahoma State. But he was in the Big 12, which was a very strong conference back then. But he did play very weak teams, including 0-12 Kansas State teams and 0-12 Miami of Ohio teams. So he really didn't have the toughest competition either. Overall, the point of this video wasn't to pit Barry Sanders versus Ashton Jeanty. It was really just an appreciation of the season that Ashton Jeanty is having. With that being said, however, I do believe Ashton Jeanty is having the best running back college season of all time. What he's doing is incredible. He's rushing for over a first down a carry. He has over 1,000 yards through 8 halves. He's doing this on 97 carries, which is absurd. So his volume isn't even a whole lot, so you don't got to worry about the durability and usage like you did with a guy like Blake Corum coming down to Michigan just last year. Overall, he's an incredible player. I'd love to see him go to a team with a great offensive line like the Cowboys or the Browns. Overall, those would be my 2 dream fits for Ashton Jeanty. He's going to get drafted late first round because the running back's diminished quality. If he was being drafted back in 2016, I think he has a chance to go top 5 without a doubt. Overall, if you made it this far, the video must have been at least sort of worth your time, so please consider subscribing. I don't want to be that guy, but 99% of the people, and this is a real stat, 99.8% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. That's kind of crazy, guys. Come on. Please, I try hard here. I'm just joking, of course. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe. I love all the support. I love you guys. Comment down below a player you'd like to see broken down, and I'll get on it as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.